Good evening, escort. Let's begin, Mr. Bump. This is the sad story of Mr. Bump. The trouble was that Mr. Bump just could not help having a little accident. If there was something for Mr. Bump to into, he'd bump into it all right. For instance, if you were to see Mr. Bump walk down a street in your town, and if there happened to be something to bump into down the street, then you know what would happen, don't you? Bump! Mr. Bump was just the same at house. He lives an extremely nice home, but even there he couldn't help having those little accidents. For instance, one morning where Mr. Bump went outside his house, he noticed that chimney pot had come loose in a storm the night before. I must fix that before it bursts up, thought Mr. Bump to himself. And he hurried to his garden, tried to patch ladders. It was very long ladders. Mr. Bump walked up the garden path with the ladders on his shoulder. He turned down corners of the garden path. Crash! Went his living room window. Oh dear, thought Mr. Bump, and he turned to see what has happened. Crash! Went the kitchen window behind him. Oh dear, thought Mr. Bump again, and he rested the ladder against the wall of a house so that he could climb up onto the roof to mend the chimney pot. Crash! Went the bathroom window. So you could see how Mr. Bump had his little accident. Mr. Bump had had many jobs, but somehow they never seemed to last very long. As soon as anything got lost or broken to splintered, or chimed, or snapped it, or cracked, or torn off the burst, or wrench, or crunch, or split, or slit, Mr. Bump got the blame. For example, when Mr. Bump walked on a farm, he tripped over the farm dog and spilled the milk which he was carrying for the farmer's wife, and which the farm's cat lathers up. For instance, when Mr. Bump was a postman, he got his hand stuck in a filler box and then had to fetch the fire brigade to come and set him free. For instance, when Mr. Bump was a bus conductor, he fell off the bus and couldn't catch it up again, and all the passengers traveled without having to pay. What a great chance! As a passenger, for instance, when Mr. Bump was a carpenter, he found that when he was hammering nails, he hammered his thumbs most of the time, and the nail hardly at all. In order to recover from his series of little unfortunate happenings, Mr. Bump decided to take a holiday. There he could think about what sort of job he could do where he wouldn't be such a nonsense to everybody. Set up station to catch a train to the seaside. While Mr. Bump was on holiday, several things happened. For instance, he first off a boat into the sea, and a lifeboat had to come and rescue him. For instance, one day when he was quietly walking along the beach, minding his own business, he got his feet stuck in a bucket, and as he couldn't got it up, he had to walk round with it on his foot for hours. For instance, another time he was walking along the beach. He walked straight into a large hole that somebody had dug, and he had to stay there all night because he couldn't climb out on his own. However, despite on this little accident, Mr. Bump enjoyed his holiday, and while he was there, he had splendid ideas about what sort of job he should do. It was quite the best ideas Mr. Bump had ever had. An absolutely splendid idea. And now Mr. Bump walked happily for Mr. Berry, the farmer. Mr. Berry was a rather large apple orchard on his farm, and that's where Mr. Bump walks. Mr. Bump's job is picking apple, but he doesn't use the ladders to climb up the tree to pick the apples like other apple pickers. Oh no, Mr. Bump was a much better way of picking apples than that. He just walked about, and before long Mr. Bump, being Mr. Bump, walked into a tree, bump, and down for apples, and Mr. Bump catch it. This makes the job of apple picking much easier, and Mr. Bump is very pleased about his new job, and Mr. Berry is very pleased about his new job picker. So you see, the story of Mr. Bump isn't such a sad story after all. And if you ever bump yourself, you know what you do, don't you? Go and eat an apple picked by Mr. Bump, and then you won't feel your bump at all. You remember that next time you have a bump, won't you? Good. Thank you.